The woman who didn't like to wear clothes came home and took off her clothes to cool herself down. Little did she know that a domineering president with a great figure moved in next door. Both of them came to the yard to enjoy a relaxing time. Just as the woman was letting herself go, the president seemed to notice something was wrong. When he turned his head, he saw a spicy scene. After the two looked at each other, they were shocked. What is this? What made the woman even more angry was that the two had already tied a knot a few days ago. The man was originally one of the few investment ministers in South Korea, but he suffered from a rare disease hallucination. On this day, Sean Heir suddenly fell ill while talking about business with a client and was rushed to the hospital. At this time, Yingzai, a doctor, was enjoying the afternoon sun. At this time, the clerk told her that the coffee was ready, but the next second, the coffee was taken away by someone. Seeing this, Yingzai was very confused and asked the clerk, "Where's my coffee?" The clerk said, "I just put it on the table." Yingzai looked around and found Sean Heir holding a cup of coffee not far away, so she walked up to her to argue. This answer confused Yingzai. She wanted to argue with her, but when she saw the man's pitiful appearance, with one foot wearing leather shoes and the other foot wearing slippers, she suspected that she might have eaten too many sea cucumbers and her brain was not working well, so she did not pursue it further. But Yingzai never thought that this silly man in front of her would be her Prince Charming. A few days later, the two met again. Yingzai recognized Sean Heir at a glance, but Sean Heir did not recognize her, which surprised Yingzai. It turned out that when they first met, Sean Heir sneaked out after taking a sleeping injection. And after waking up, he had no memory of taking the coffee, so Yingzai was just a stranger in her eyes. Seeing this, Yingzai asked the clerk next to her to help testify, and then took the coffee from Sean Heir's hand without hesitation. Sean Heir was unhappy, so she hurriedly chased after him and snatched the coffee back. Yingzai repeatedly stated that she was the one who stole her coffee last time, but Sean Heir refused to give in, saying that a person of my noble status would not casually steal other people's coffee. Yingzai thought there was no need to argue with her for a cup of coffee, so she returned the coffee to Sean Heir, but she used too much force and accidentally burned her fingers. This snort completely annoyed Yingzai. It was fine if he messed with my coffee, but now he thinks I'm dirty? She decided to teach Sean Heir a profound lesson, so she played a prank. But when Sean Heir saw the coffee ordered by others, she felt vaguely that she had a conflict with Yingzai, but she couldn't remember the specific details. So Sean Heir simply invited Yingzai and all the staff in the department to drink coffee, and specially left 2 cups for Yingzai. However, Yingzai didn't buy it at all, and mistakenly thought that Sean Heir wanted to take the opportunity to strike up a conversation. Sean Heir repeatedly explained that he did this purely to apologize, and he really couldn't remember any unpleasant things that happened to him before. Seeing Sean Heir's sincere attitude, Yingzai took the coffee. Before leaving, Sean Heir expressed his gratitude again, but the fate of the two had just begun. Later, when Yingzai was checking the ward, the patient suddenly became excited. In a hurry, Yingzai grabbed the motor equipment beside her and buckled it directly on her back, causing the patient to hit her head on the corner of the bed and fall heavily to the ground. Yingzai's reckless behavior caused strong dissatisfaction among the hospital leaders, who accused him of almost causing a disaster because of his excessive behavior and decided to send him to a rural hospital. Yingzai dragged her tired body and mind to her boyfriend's apartment, thinking that she could get some comfort from him, but she never thought that she would encounter bloody music and her boyfriend was actually in love with another woman. At the same time, in order to develop the Mailing Forest project, Sean Heir passed many tests and joined the Forest Aviation Rescue Team as an undercover. In this way, the two of them started their cohabitation life in this way. Sean Heir said that it was the first time in his life that he had seen such big eyes, and Yingzai did not give in, asking him not to walk out of the room naked, so the two had to make 3 rules. Suddenly, there was a man in the house, and Yingzai felt uncomfortable in every way, embracing every kind of life.